So let me ask, I guess this is the big overarching question, at least for me, when I first heard about BPC coming together, I thought it was a great idea. But the big question that I always had was a month from now, a year from now, excuse me, 5 years from now, what is the long-term goal? You mentioned how you want this not just to be a few weeks, whip on the radar and then die out. What are there plans in place right now to continue pushing this into people's field of view?
Well, in general, yes. Right. And those are the conversations that are being had now to really make sure that what we're proposing is the collective thoughts, feedback, and idea of the group at large, right? Because there's a vast and diverse group of perspectives, right? And ideas for how best to get there, or what that looks like. And at the end of the day, the group are professional soccer players. So that's their first and foremost focus, right? So I think the main, I guess in terms of general terms, is saying working together to strategically partner with groups and individuals whose intentions are in alignment with the goals of the group, and then leverage those efforts and partnerships to maximize our voice and maximize our productivity and efficiency as an organization. So that's the way in which I could give the general statement, but one that gives at least an understanding that there's a clear understanding of what it is that we need to make this happen. And the limitations are of the individuals at large and institutions' willingness to participate in making those changes happen. Right. So I believe we have the intellect. I believe we have the network. I believe we have the experience. I believe we have the group and the organizational structure to execute on any plan that we see as being the best plan to go about accomplishing our goals in the long term. So we will be here for the long term, just from that perspective. But to limit ourselves at this point in time for the amount of good I believe that we're going to make happen and do would be premature, because if you're looking at in terms of, we just recently completed our partnership with Players Coalition, right, as an organization, and we're getting tapped into activation events with them right here, right now. That does not include, those are the things that we're going to be able to do just in that partnership alone. That doesn't even include the types of things that I believe we will be able to accomplish with the backing of the MLS, right? And those things will cost money and manpower and woman power to make happen. And yeah, the resources that we have to implement and to execute on those things is going to be what determines how far and how long we can take this. So hopefully that gives at least some understanding of kind of where we're at in the process, how we see it, but more importantly, we're very strategic in the way in which we went about coming together. So this isn't something that, though it's come together very quickly and it's very powerful and it's organized, and broad, we are very organized and strategic in the manner in which we're going about doing it, and for good reason, because we want to maximize this moment and make sure it doesn't turn into what many other movements and things are or have been. But we're also not, we're not naive to the idea that it could be, which is why I think we're in a very good place, because we're accounting for that. Just like the negative visualization that we're talking about here, and why I keep using the word cautiously optimistic. Cautiously optimistic because I'm very optimistic the future will be better. I'm optimistic that we have everything that we need to make it happen, but I'm also understanding that you don't know everything, and that's why we very much need to lean on the community to be behind us and to continue to be behind us and to work with us to continue to push this message here beyond it being popular. Bandwagon bandwagoning is okay as long as the bandwagon can continues to keep showing up, right? So let's keep going with it. So, but I appreciate you guys asking the questions and giving, you know, me a chance to share that, and hopefully people resonate with it and they want to continue to be a part of it.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's definitely, especially in the time that we are in right now, it's something that needs to be shared, right? We can do as many things we want to do, but if nobody knows what's going on, if the message isn't shared, you know, it can die as quickly as it started. So it's important to make sure that we are, like you said, getting it out there and making sure people know about it, and we can continue pushing it forward and forward and forward. So we're very happy that you were able to come on and make those, you know, share that with us, and hopefully we can spread it as far as we can and get people on board with you, because we want to see it go as far as you can take it.
Awesome, brother. I appreciate that, man. This was a good conversation.